What's going on, YouTube? We have a locals gameplay video for you, blue Crocodile versus yellow Katakuri. So we get to go first, which is great if we have Sentomaru, play him on 3 down, we could activate on 5 and 7, depending on not if we have a play. So we play the Sentomaru, Katakuri's got 4 down. If he has Thunderbolt, this might be a pretty tough match. So he activates leader ability, puts the top card onto the bottom, plays out a Parasparrow. So we want to be as aggressive as possible into yellow, just because once it hits late game, they kind of own that whole region, that territory. We don't want to go too late. We're going to cheat out the Pacifista, make sure we have any triggers in life, see if we have any events in there. So we have a 6k body now. We're going to start pressuring next turn. We do actually have another Sentomaru in hand with another Pacifista. Got a 7k to leader. I see a Red Rock and a Dragon Twister. Ooh, he gets a Thunderbolt from life. Actually uses it on the Pacifista, which is okay, because we're still able to summon out another one. Six Don for Katakuri, 5 to leader with Parasparrow. I think we should guard this because he's probably going to swing big with his leader, and we don't want to take 2 in one turn. So he just swings 5k with leader. Let's just take that one. And we do get lucky and have a 3000 worlds to bottom deck his Parasparrow. And he goes for another Thunderbolt actually. And clears my board and plays out a Sanji blocker. So I think we're pretty comfortable. Not too comfortable because we don't have a board, but we could play out the Sentomaru to rebuild. And he is at 2 life now. So 7 Don, gonna save 6 for the Sento Pacifista. So 6k to leader, he gives me a 2k. And there is the top decked Sentomaru. Hindsight, I shouldn't have countered out with the Sento in hand, just in case I drew into something different. But it kind of worked out. There is the second Pacifista being summoned from deck. For 9 Don, if he doesn't play anything out. Well, we don't have Mihawk, but we do have 2 Red Rocks. So we would be able to summon a Pacifista for 3 and then a Red Rock for 9 total. So he's at 8. This could be Katakuri to bounce something. This could be 7 cost Big Mom. So he's going to 5 to leader. So he probably is going to summon out either Katakuri or Big Mom. We should guard this. Or maybe not, because at a certain point, if they start chaining 10 moms, guarding life doesn't mean anything. But he does play out the Katakuri, healing me for 1. The thing about 8 cost Katakuri is that we can't Mihawk it, so it's really good. But because I have the Sentomaru on board, I can use it to cheat out another one. So I'm going to activate first. I don't want to attack before activating, because if I attack and he gets another Thunderbolt, then I'm going to have my whole turn screwed up. So I have the Pacifista out. I'm going to go 5 to leader, and we should just Red Rock. So he gives me a 2k. Going to 5 with the Sento as well, because it's about time to start pressuring. I already cheated out all 3 of the Pacifistas. And now I get to bottom deck his Katakuri with Red Rock. So he's at 1 life, 10 Don. He's got some options. He might just 10 Mom. And I do have another red rock in hand to answer it. My hand's not looking the best. I just have another 2K, Twister. So he does play the Katakuri actually, another Katakuri. Attacks with his blocker into my Sento, which I will guard. He's got 2 down up. So again, I'm just going to activate the Sento first. Cheat out another blocker or another Pacifista. This time a blocker. 7 Don left. Have an option to either red rock his Katakuri or play out the Soga King to cycle my hand as well as bounce his Sanji back to hand. But I also have the option, since I'm at 10 Don, to activate leader ability to bounce the Sanji. And he is protecting it, so I think that's what I'm going to do. I don't really want him to have a board, so I think red rock might be the better move. Because if he has a board, he can contest mine. But I am at 4 life, so if he does go attack my leader, I can just take it. So I choose the red rock, 1 Don left, and pass turn. Depending on what he does, I'll know what to do next turn. If he doesn't have the 10 Mom, I can just be aggressive and attack face. He does have the 10 Mom, so he's back at 2 life now. And the Sanji blocker is still on the board. So I'm drawing quite a bit of events now, kind of bricked up. I do have the Miss All Sunday that I can use to block and then also get a red block back. So that's 3 Don, 7 Don left. I just have to be aggressive and get his health down. 5 to leader. He still has counter, okay. I do also have to build board, so I probably should just play out the Soga King. And this way I can throw out those 2 event cards for 2 more cards. So I go Soga King and then Miss All Sunday for 10 total. So 7 for Soga King, bounce the Sanji. Now he's kind of forced to play it next turn if he wants to have a blocker on board. But again, I do have a 3000 Worlds in hand just in case. I will swing with the blocker, get an extra 5k attack. He does take it, so he probably is out of counters by now. 4 cards in hand, 1 life. If he does have another Big Mom, it could be an issue. Let's see what he chooses to do. If he does swing, I'm just going to block with the Miss All Sunday and get the red rock back. So there we go. He swings 5, which is smart because he could swing 5, I could take it or counter out, and then he just doesn't have to swing with his Big Mom. So I do just block right away. He's going to swing 12 into the blocker Pacifista, so I have less bodies on board. 8 to play out the blocker and a cracker. So now he has 3 cards in hand, 1 life. I have 2 attackers. So there is a chance I could go for game I can 3000 worlds his Sanji and then swing with 7 extra Dawn. But he does have 2 Dawn open. And if he does live, there might be an issue. So I'm going to 3000 worlds his Sanji blocker. And let's just see, I'm going to swing 7 to leader. I choose to attach 2 Dawn instead of just attaching 1 onto Sogeking, because just in case this doesn't work, if I did swing with Sogeking, he could KO it next turn. And he does get a trigger beige out of life, preventing me from attacking. And with my last Dawns, I summon out another blocker, activating leader effect, -4 Dawn to bounce the Cracker back in hand. So now he only has 2 attackers, leader and Big Mom, and I do have 1 blocker on board, 3 health. So it's looking pretty good for me. If he does play out another 10 Mom, I would automatically win, I believe. Otherwise, I could not block with the Dofi this turn and then have 3 attackers to attack next turn. So here he goes, 2 on leader, 8000 swing to life. Puts the top life onto the bottom. Just going to take that damage, no point in guarding. 4 Dawn to play Katakuri. Cracker. Swings with Big Mom, and he has 4 Dawn left open. Okay. So I kind of have to win now. I kind of have to go for game. 3 attackers, 8 Dawn. I think he has 3 cards in hand. So just swing 7000. And then I'm going to attach the rest of the Dawn to the next attacker and go for game. Thanks for watching.